All right, reports around the world have been increasing of extraterrestrials, UFOs, and abductions during the pandemic. So, anyone think this is just mass hysteria, or are we really being visited? Let's start with Gianni, who's on Jupiter.
I'm going to need to be abducted by aliens to believe it. Sorry, guys.
You think so? All right. Robbie Rock?
Mathematically speaking, it's impossible for us to be alone. Whether or not they're visiting, that's different.
Lizzie? Twilight Zone. All right. I mean, E.T. did fall home about 30 years ago, so maybe they came back looking for him. Who knows? But really, do you guys think we're alone out there? Start with Robbie. What do you think?
Oh, just mathematically speaking, it's impossible for us to be completely alone in this universe. It's just a numbers game because of the sheer volume of planets that are out there. Now, whether it's carbon-based life form that's similar to us that we would recognize, that's something completely different. It depends on what the building blocks are and what the conditions are. So it could be a completely different type of life form that we would have to learn to interact with. But yeah, whether or not they've mastered interstellar travel and they're visiting us,
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. I mean,
right? And then I think about probing technology. If we were going out there, would we be just? It really is. How much are we going to learn?
looking for probing. But
Rob.
I mean, Gianni, but you said why mathematically? So I want you to do this. So the universe is absolutely massive. So keep in mind the sun is a star, and we're on a planet around that single star, right? Now think about all the individual grains of sand on a beach, right? Just think of all the individual. It's a lot, right? Then think of how many grains of sand there are on all the beaches on Earth. Just grains. A lot, right?
Unfathomable.
Right. And then I want you to realize that there are 10,000 stars for every grain of sand on the entire Earth. So the odds that there isn't life, an intelligent life being created on one of those stars somewhere is probably equivalent to like it not being on one of those stars is equivalent to like Lizzie winning the Powerball and doing it like thousands and thousands of times over.
Okay.
So it's pretty likely there's life.
I don't play Powerball, so the chances of that happening are
right. So the chances of there not being life are zero.
Okay.
Bingo.
So, I mean, the question just comes down to how advanced are they? Like Robbie said, have they gotten advanced enough to come here? Because I mean, there are older galaxies, certainly. So
and are they still alive?
Yeah.
Right. Is it a dominant life form that's alive? Because if someone would have come around Earth and seen the dinos and gone, shit, we can't have relations with these, we're out. No, come back in a couple 100 million years when this primate is here and we've got some working knowledge of math and science. We can learn.
I'm just saying you can't rule it out. Go ahead, Lizzie.
I was just going to say, I think the notion that we are the only existing life form out there is a very first world conceited notion, right? Like we're the best. We're the most advanced, life form. We're the only primates that think, that can speak, that can talk, that can do all these things. How do you know? Yep. You ain't been nowhere. Most people in the United States haven't been out of the United States, let alone out of this world, off of Earth. So I just think it's very. True. I just think it's like you said. I think it's just very. It's not becoming of us, if you will, to just assume that it's humans, Earth-like humans out there, and that's it. We were talking.
Silica,
reptilians. I'm a big, sci-fi Twilight Zone fan, y'all. So I believe everything is out there. So all you flat earthers, all you Kyrie Irving people out there,
Kyrie Irving.
This might not be the topic for you. This might not be the topic for you. True. We are on advanced shit here. We're on some advanced shit here, y'all.
So online, Kevin Thaxton said some indigenous peoples believe in outer Earth beings. Ernest Cooper did a quote from Star Trek. We are the Borg. lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological. Yeah, the Borg. I mean,
Silly.
it's quite possible.
Because if you think about it in those terms, if we were to show up at a Class M planet and we were able to outcompete the native life on that planet, we would take all the resources for our own. We would move our people there and we would take what we need. So if an advanced race were to come to Earth and they needed some of our shit, I hope they're friendly.
Right.
Which we've
Right.
seen in movies 1,000 times, which we've seen in movies 1,000 times over. You know, the UFO invasion, the alien invasion, everyone coming here or everything coming here down to Earth to rob us of all of our resources and kill us all.
Yep.
My question to
Take
the
us over.
panel is, what do you think the ratio is, the number? Like, there are a lot of people, a lot of religious people who don't believe in the idea of alien life forms, of life forms
Mhm.
outside of Earth. But how does that translate for you in their belief in God? Like, how can you believe in God, but not believe in another existence of another being? Do you think that that's hypocritical?
I feel like
The-
that
the-
answers the question itself because a lot of people. Oh, sorry, Rob.
No, go ahead, Johnny.
Go ahead. No, go.
I think that a lot of people that are religious have the believe in God. I think that they feel like God specifically only made humans. So any other life form they'll feel like is demonic, or they'll just disassociate.
Yes.
So,
Well, there are some people who believe in don't take the Bible literally.
right.
So there are people who do believe in the possibilities, but I don't want to just say all religious people believe that.
Right.
No,
You
but
saw
there
Mike
are
Wolf. I know
certain.
you had to see Mike Wolf's comment.
I was like, yeah, that's why I was laughing. My boy Mike
But there
was
are
always through.
He says if
there
there are
are
no
some
space
religious
aliens
people
on
that
Earth, how do you
absolutely.
explain Matt Gates?
Would you say, Rob?
But there are some religious people who absolutely buy into
Yep.
extraterrestrial beings. If you go into Scientology, I mean, the high being is the Lord Xenu. So, I mean, you're buying into you're buying into the writings of or beliefs of a sci-fi writer. So, take it with a grain of sand. But I think you hit it right on the head
Oh, I
because
never.
we're God's special creation, created in His image. Anything that isn't earthbound that would look different from us would be an affront to Abrahamic traditions that believe
Right.
that scripture.
Yeah. All right.
And so
Very true.
then, whose image was ET built in?
Oh, E.T.
Oh my God, it's such an ugly cat.
Good question.
Two
A
Pekin
hairless
Rican
monkey.
sent you some hearts, and Ephraim Hiley, that's on that's on Instagram, and Ephraim says, "Welcome back, Professor. We missed you."
Oh,
My
that's
dad.
what you guys do. Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
very
Ephraim.
All right.